It's the most natural thing to do at a metal concert. Throw up the horns and rock out.
The devil horns, that's how you find your people.
But who was the first to raise the horns? Who invented this timeless gesture?
All of us in the heavy metal community really need to know who officially paid proper respect to the Dark Lord. You know, we need to know this. I don't know that anyone should ever play metal again until this is figured out.
For many heavy metal fans, there's one name that immediately comes to mind when they see the horns.
I never saw anyone do this before I saw Ronnie James Dio do this.
Ronnie James Dio is this kind of heavy metal everyman who just embodies everything about metal. Like, he's just small and tough and has so much energy that he's always throwing out.
Ronnie James Dio is one of the greatest vocalists of all time when he sings Baby Werewolves Howl.
But Dio's journey to heavy metal icon isn't what you'd expect. His first touring gig, a doo-wop band in the 60s.
He used to be the trumpet player in Dick Clark's Caravan. Now, they're playing a gig with the Rolling Stones. And here comes Brian Jones and looks at him and goes, "You gotta be kidding." His hair, his whole image. And Brian Jones was just laughing at him. And that's when he knew, I gotta do something about this. And that was the moment in his life when everything changed.
The meeting with the Stones motivates Dio, and he quickly changes his tune. First with the band Elf, and then Rainbow. And in 1979, after Ozzy Osbourne quits, he finds himself as the frontman for the ultimate heavy metal band, Black Sabbath.
The Sabbath didn't know that they were going to continue until Ronnie James Dio came along. Dio was what pulled Sabbath back together.
Black Sabbath with Ozzy and the Black Sabbath with Ronnie are totally different bands. It was a totally different sound. In the beginning, he had some naysayers and he had some people giving him the finger. But you know what? He just overcame it, and people realized there's the two bands, and they're both as good as each other.
Dio has some big shoes to fill. To many fans, there is no Black Sabbath without Osbourne. So Dio needs a way to pay tribute to his predecessor, but make the band his own.
He saw Ozzy throwing up the peace sign, and he loved how it gave his fans something to connect with and throw back at him.
Ronnie goes, "Hey, I can't go around doing this because Ozzy's doing that." So he thought, my grandmother, she's from Italy, and they have this thing called the Maloik, right?
Started out like this. So the devil horns were a way to ward off evil. Dio's grandma used to ward off evil, and not only was it like this, it'd be accompanied with a spit to ward off the bad spirits. Well, Dio took that to the stage, made it like this, and it became the iconic symbol that we know today as the devil horns.
Because Dio was coming from Black Sabbath, which was considered to be a satanic band, it got appropriated to be this sign of evil, but it never was. In fact, it was the complete opposite.
Even though the horn's origins remain misunderstood, they're still universally associated with Dio. But after Dio's passing in 2010, Gene Simmons claims he invented the sign, even trying to trademark the symbol.
If you know Gene Simmons or know stories about Gene Simmons, he's always ready to trademark anything.
The incredible, outrageous rock group wants you to kiss your face.
And you can't fault him for that, you know? Kiss has made a lot of money over the years, merchandising everything.
Now, you wear the official Kiss jacket.
Although there is some legitimacy to it, that he's the one that started it. Because if you look at the cover of Love Gun, their album from 1977, his fingers happen to be in that shape in the lower part of the album, but really, does he have a case?
You can't put a patent on this, can you? I mean, maybe you can. Maybe he's smarter than the rest of us.
But a week after Gene launches his trademark claim, he gets hit with a bombshell. A lawsuit against Gene if he continues. But it's not Dio's family issuing the threats. It's coming from a woman named Jinx Dawson.
Who invented the devil horns? it might be Jinx Dawson of Coven.
The Devil Horns, widely considered the invention of heavy metal icon Ronnie James Dio. But after Dio's passing in 2010, Gene Simmons claims he invented the sign, even trying to patent the symbol. But is there someone else entirely who created the Devil Horns?
Jinx Dawson is the woman who invented the Devil Horns.
Jinx Dawson, the lead singer of the band Coven, was throwing up the Devil Horns before anybody else.
There's proof they were doing it. That's what they did on their artwork of their album.
Coven made a record in 1969. It's got a gatefold cover, and they're doing devil seance thing. They're showing the Devil Horns.
In 2017, Jinx threatens to sue Gene Simmons, claiming that she's the true godmother of heavy metal.
I think we've got to give it to Jinx Dawson. She said this is a universal sign, a gesture, and it's for everybody. I think it belongs to Coven, and Dio made it popular.
Many people have tried to claim it. It doesn't belong to anyone. Ronnie never invented the Moloch sign, but he definitely wasn't the first person to do it and won't be the last person.
The fact that it's a woman who has the Devil Horns, I kind of like it.